And I am Akilapriyadharshini from Department of Civil Engineering, VSP Engineering College, Karur. And today we are going to see about Unit 5, Demolition. In this unit, we are going to see about the demolition techniques, whether the demolition is done by machines and then by explosives and advanced techniques for the demolition and by using of robotic machine and the demolition sequence. Before demolition, what all the safety precautions are needed in the demolition and dismantling are discussed in this unit. And first one, while we are comparing to the starting to the demolition technique is to dismantle or destroy or to remove the structure for the building or infrastructure. And sometimes it may need renovation or remodeling purpose, and where we are there to unsafe or obstacle the structure, we need to demolish it, and that is what the demolition definition mean. And with respect to the demolition technique, the first one is implosion, whether it needs for tall structures and limited space for the collapse is needed, and then high or com or excavators are used to equip with boomed materials and to excavate the high reach. These high reach excavators are used, and then selective demolition, and where we need to remove the surface or specific sections of structure is considered here. And then mechanical demolition, it includes heavy machinery such as excavators, cranes, and brickling bolts or hydraulic shears to mechanically dismantle. And deconstruction, deconstruction always goes with recycling material that structure is being demolished. And then demolition is using by ball is done in this method where the cranes are used for the demolition, where here the specific structure is demolished. And then these demolition are of two categories, non-explosive and implosive. And non-explosive are using by hand tools or machinery, and implosive to destroy the structural supports of building and make it completely collapse. And the demolition process includes a survey of the building, and it includes the surrounding, whether if we demolish the structure, demolition is safe to the surroundings also, and remove the hazardous material, and prefer for the demolition before the demolition process is implemented, and provide some proper safety measures before demolition. And demolition by machines. Here we use heavy machineries and equipments like excavators, cranes, and hydraulic breakers. Whether we can achieve it in fast and safer manner and more efficient, and machines are selected. And excavators are used to hydraulic arms are with buckets, and it is cut through the structure. Excavators are used, and bulldozers are heavy machines have a wide blade, and it is highly used of demolition process for removing large amount of rubbles. And cranes are used to lift or move heavy objects or materials in a specified attachment to bring down the structures. And hydraulic breakers to break or mount or deliver the impact blows, and for allowing the breaking of concrete. And shears are used to fitted to excavators and to demolish the structures such as beams, columns, or steel frames during demolition. And grapples are large clay-like structures that can be attached to excavators or cranes, and they are used to grab the debris and making it to remove or clear the site. And by using these demolition by machines, we have a following advantage, whether we can attain the efficiency and precision, safety, structural integrity, dust and noise control, waste management, and cost effectiveness. And then by explosive, we have a controlled demolition of dismantling structures, where we have going to use explosives of mechanical demolition or manual explosion or done. And here, by saving the time and reducing the labor cost, the demolition by explosives are considered. And this image shows the demolition by explosives where no labor is required. Only some explosions are placed, and complete demolition of the structure is attained here. And then demolition by explosive types. So the types of demolition by explosives are implosion, where it collapses the complete structure, such as columns or load bearing walls, and provides a collapse inward on itself, and it needs a limited space for the structure to collapse outwards. And sequential demolition is continuous manner for using explosion and to minimize the vibration. These method is used. And then pre-weakening, specific before the main demolition, we have to preserve certain portions where these pre-weakening substances used. And then by using this demolition by explosives, the advantages are safety, cost effectiveness, and reduce environmental impact. And while come back to the next one, it is precision. And points to be considered before the demolition by explosives is first one is structural assessment, whether it is in need of explosive or mission is considered, and then safe planning and hazardous material identification, and that may lead to the complete collapse in a dangerous manner. So they are considering it. And then site preparation, public safety, expertise and training, and environmental considerations. And while coming to the next one is advantage demolition techniques, where we are using some robotics for the demolition and to minimize the labor cost and a need of precision. We are going with this robotic machines, and where they are have excavators, robots, drones and wire cutting machines are considered, and they are attached with hammers, crushers, cutting tools, and breakdown dismantling is done for the structures. And this is the robotic demolition technique, and they are demolishing by using some cranes, and then here they are going to collect the debris by using robotic excavators and to break down the structures. And then demolition robots, here they are used to demolish the complete structure as like humans, and where the humans are unable to work and those unsafe conditions, these robotics are used. And then robot drones are used to find the cracks and cutting tools, and then for the thermal and laser cutting devices and surveying before and after the demolition, robotic drones are used. And then wire cutting robots, and here it is used to cut through the steel or metal structures, and they remove specific sections or cutting reinforcement bars. And then by using these robotic machines, we have a increased efficiency and remote operation, and where no labors are used, and provides accessibility to the robotic machines. And demolition by robotic machines ensures safety, efficiency and productivity, and remote operation is enough, and environmental constraints and cost effectiveness. And demolition sequence includes planning and preparation and hazardous material removal and utilities disconnection and structural weakening, top down up demolition, mechanical demolition, manual demolition, and debris collection and site clearance. And this is the steps that are highly used for the demolition sequence. And demolition dismantling techniques is used to refer carefully by removing the structure or components without damaging the surrounding environment as dismantling. And few dismantling techniques are selective demolition, deconstruction, soft stripping, and reverse construction and mechanical dismantling. And safety precautions that we have to consider before demolition and dismantling are to ensure safety and to remove the structure or components for the new construction and renovation or repurposing of the lands, and these materials are used. And some key safety precautions that are considered as site assessment, planning and engineering, workers training and competence, personal protective system, hazardous material management, equipment inspection and maintenance, debris management, communication and signage, emergency response and planning, and regular safety inspections.